In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace be upon you all. This is an English session, grade 9. Unit 7, lessons 4 and 5. The title of this unit is Saving Our World. Saving Our World. A new vocabulary, volunteer. Volunteer means a person who does a job without pay. Again, volunteer means a person who does a job without pay, اللي هو متطوع. Pollute means to add harmful things to water. Again, pollute means to add harmful things to water. Litter means to drop rubbish. To drop rubbish. Habitats means places where animals live. Again, habitats means places where animals live. Volunteer, a person who does a job without pay. Pollute, to add harmful things to water. Litter, to drop rubbish. Habitats, places where animals live. Global warming, fuel, coal, gas, sea level, atmosphere, disappear, sewage, damage, stream, solution. New structures, may and might. May and might, they are modal verbs, أفعال مساعدة. They must be followed by the infinitive form. لازم يجي بعد منهم مصدر الفعل. We use may and might to, number one, to talk about present or future possibilities. To talk about present or future possibilities، يعني عند الحديث عن احتمالات في الحاضر أو في المستقبل. For example, it might rain this evening. It might rain this evening means it's possible to rain this evening. من المحتمل أن تمطر هذا المساء. It might rain this evening. Second example, we may spend the next holiday in London. To talk about future possibilities عند الحديث عن احتمالات مستقبلية أو في الوقت الحاضر. It might rain this evening means it's possible to rain this evening. I'm not sure. يبقى أنا هنا غير متأكد من حدوث الشيء. It might rain this evening or we may spend the next holiday in London. The second usage, number two, to talk about permission. عند الحديث عن التصريح. For example, my father said you may go with your friends to the party. My father is allowing me to go with my friends to the party. To talk about permission يبقى للتعبير عن الإذن أو التصريح. Again, may and might they have the same meaning. يحملوا نفس المعنى. We can use may or might in the sentence. It might rain this evening means it's possible to rain this evening. We may spend the next holiday in London. To talk about permission للتعبير عن الإذن أو التصريح. My father said you may, we can say you may or might go with your friends to the party. Okay? Open your book to page 86. Listen to me. Please keep the rivers clean. Please keep the rivers clean. Read the text and match the paragraphs to the topics. يبقى عندنا 4 عناوين رئيسية عايزين نوزعهم على الباراجرافز على الفقرات اللي موجودة عندك. Topic number 1, what needs to be done? Letter B, water in Africa. C, the solution. D, water pollution in rivers. Paragraph number 1, many countries in Africa, الكثير من الدول في أفريقيا, despite the large rivers, على الرغم من الأنهار الكبيرة, are unable to provide drinking water. Provide يعني يمد أو يزود drinking water for most their people. In addition, علاوة على ذلك, there are a lot fewer fish than there were before. Paragraph number 2, many rivers are polluted with sewage. Sewage يعني الصرف الصحي يعني ملوثة بالصرف الصحي. Rubbish and industrial waste. Industrial waste يعني المخلفات الصناعية. Millions of tons of waste go into the rivers and streams. Streams يعني مجرى مائي. Streams every year. This destroys means damages يعني يدمر أو تحطم. Destroys the natural habitats. Habitats places where animals live. أماكن تعيش فيها الحيوانات. Of the wildlife and damages our beautiful rivers. It also causes huge means enormous يعني ضخم. Damage to health. Paragraph number 3. The river water must be safe for drinking, fishing, swimming and boating. We can make our rivers safer أكثر أمانا and healthier for wildlife and people. In fact, في الحقيقة, everyone should do something to keep the rivers clean. The rivers clean. First, we must stop littering. Littering يعني يلقي قمامة. We can have teams of volunteers. Volunteers means a person who does a job without pay. يبقى المتطوع to pick up ليلتقط the rubbish along the banks. The bank or a bank is a piece of ground next to a river. Is a piece of ground next to a river. Okay? The river will clean itself if we stop littering. Then we can also lead rivers cleanup efforts. People can force their government to do something to stop sewage and waste from factories, hospitals and power stations flowing into the rivers. Number 4, remember, you are the solution. أنت هنا الحل to water pollution. If we want to have clean rivers and oceans, we must have clean minds. Okay? Paragraph number 1 is talking about water in Africa. يبقى الفقرة الأولى بتتحدث عن المياه في أفريقيا. Water in Africa. Paragraph number 2 is talking about water pollution in rivers. Water pollution in rivers. Okay? Paragraph number 3 is talking about what needs to be done. الحاجات اللي محتاجينها أو محتاجين نفعلها. Paragraph number 4 is talking about the solution. بيتكلم عن الحل عندك. Find words in the text that match these definitions. A person who does a job without a pay, volunteer. To add harmful things to water, etc. To add harmful things to water, etc. means pollute. To drop rubbish means litter. Habitats means places where animals live. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. See you next session.